Hi, welcome to Organically Grow Your Hypnosis Business with Referrals. What I have found in the last 18 years of working in business and continuing to grow my hypnosis business, I found the formula and I want to share it with you. It's really pretty simple. I'm Karen Bird, owner of Win with Hypnosis here in Wisconsin, and see clients virtually, so clients all over the world now, and creator of Attitude of a Champion, which is an online course, and I mentor and train how to teach all of you how to do sports hypnosis and become a performance mindset expert. Let me tell you a little story. About 3 years ago, actually, or 3 years ago, this week, just a few days ago, I got one of those phone calls that I never wanted to get. And the events of my life have changed my business and how I do business and why I have a thriving referral-based business now. I want to share all that with you. But 3 years ago, just 2 days prior to today, I got that phone call. And that phone call was a call from my son, who was 23 years old, his boss. And his boss called me and said, Karen, Josh, your son, has been in a terrible accident. Now, I knew he had ridden his motorcycle to work that day, and one of my biggest fears was that he would get into a motorcycle accident and severely injure himself and be in the hospital, and possibly worse. And I remember saying to him, how terrible. And he said to me, it's really bad. And I asked him what I should do. Should I go to the hospital? Should I go to where it is? And he said, well, this is where it is. It's on the corner of Sugden and something else. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. And I just gotten home from work. I was ready to enjoy the day. And I remember thinking, okay, what do I do? It was a Friday night. And he said, I think if I were you, I would call the police station. The reason I know about it is his good buddy from our job site was driving the car next to him. And so he is at the scene. So I called the sheriff's department and they said they would get back to me because I talked to the dispatcher. And I wasn't off the phone for 3 minutes, starting to, as the panic was rising in me. What do I do? Where do I go? I got the phone call from his dad, and he was my husband at the time. And he said, I just got a call from the sheriff's department and he's gone. And they said, don't come to the scene. Every time I tell this story, I get emotional. And that was obviously one of the worst days of my life. I don't even know anymore when the worst day of my life was, because it's been, quite a road since. And the reason I'm telling you this story is that day, or maybe even a few weeks after that, I realized the value of life and the value of others' lives, and that we get to make every single moment count. And we have a gift in this business. Like, we have a serious gift that we get to share with others. And when we tap into that, when we tap into the gift we have in our hearts, we can make massive, massive changes in others' lives. And so since that day, I have learned so much. What I've learned is, as in this business, and we're going to reflect on this for just a moment, and I'm also going to give you a lot of mechanics. But before I do that, I wanted to show you a quick picture. So I'm going to go to share screen for just a moment and show you my son so that you have a little visual of it. And there he is. And we're going to talk about how to organically grow your business with referrals. And when I talk about that, what I mean by that is it's who we be. It's who we are in our business that organically grows it. It's about not working it so hard, yet being in it and giving others the value that they have. So we're going to talk a bit about that. I'm going to stop the share here. And here we go. All right. Let's see, what did I learn from that experience? That's what I wanted to stop at for you guys is, referrals come from who we are in our business, who we be, and how we show up for our clients. And that's it, period. When we give them the massive value that we can by helping them tap into their higher selves, their wisdom, by just using the tools and the techniques that so many of us have, by helping them discover the greatness in themselves, that's when we get referrals. What I found is after that day, when my son passed away in that motorcycle accident, that I, from that moment on, focused out when it came to seeing hypnosis clients. And that for me felt good. There was so much emotion and grief that for me, seeing clients felt good because I wasn't about me anymore. I could focus out into them. And I also learned from that day forward, and I've done a lot of personal growth, leadership training since then, but dropping out of your head and into your heart is key to getting clients and seeing success with clients. So again, I have since that day done so many things in my business thinking that I wanted to reduce my clients. I went from having a brick and mortar office to now I see clients only virtually. One of the main reasons was for that is a couple things. A, it was more convenient to do it out of my home. And I now see clients from this room, which was my son's room. So part of him is with me with every client I see. And the other reason was because I thought, why am I paying the rent when a lot of my business is online now? And thirdly, I thought that it would reduce my client load a bit because I am booked weeks out, all referral based, no marketing, like no marketing. And it actually, my business exploded once again, just like it did after my son died, when I started to focus in my heart and then focus out into them. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and what that looks like. Part of what I've learned with working with clients is to, again, focus out and the power of intention of helping them. I had a client that hopped on the other day. She's a law student and she was really struggling because she had failed a class. And she said to me, I don't know if I'm in any shape to do this session. And I said, you showed up and you're here. Tell me what's going on. Let me hold the puke bucket for you. And I said, get it all out. So she did. She cried and I held the bucket for her. And about 40 minutes into our session, I tapped into like my heart and what it was she needed. And I wanted to ground her. And I'm going to do that with you guys in a minute. But I literally just had her close her eyes and take a few deep breaths and just let it all go. And that's what hypnosis is. Just let it all go. And I grounded her and I brought her into her heart and I calmed her. And that is the value of what we have to give to people. And after our hour session, she was feeling so much better. And it was just because I held a puke bucket. I had her drop into her heart. I did some calming techniques. I had her tap into her higher self and we were complete. It's really the power of intention. And what I've learned is leading with love is what makes the difference in all of our sessions. Open your heart and listen to the listening, listen to what they're saying and use that to create change, to help them see change, to get the change that we're here to help clients make. One of the biggest questions I say to clients, I'm going to get into in just a minute, like how to have organic, but I just wanted to preface all of these because this to me is like why I have a referral based business is what I say to every client when they start is when we are finished, what is the new version of you that you want to walk out of here as? I want to like create for them and help them create that picture, that blueprint in their mind of who is it that you want to be? What is that version of you? And what I know is that when we believe in hypnosis, when I believe in hypnosis, and I believe in how powerful it is in shifting people's thoughts and the way they see things, then they believe in hypnosis. It's about us knowing our worth and what we have to give. And when I see clients, I talk to them about their magic mind. I learned this from, I think it was Don Motton maybe, or Kelly Woods. I don't know, all these great mentors that I've learned so much from. And they talk about a magic mind because they don't understand, subconscious and inner conscious. But they have a magic mind that can help them do anything they want to do, shift into anyone they want to be, and see life through a different lens. And so just like a magic mind we talk to children is, for adults, they have an inner conscious, they have a higher self, they have this wisdom in them that when they tap into and they choose to be a certain way or a certain version of themselves, that's when they see the results. So it's about getting them to believe in themselves. I always write affirmations and goal statements with them. And then in the last session, because I do packages, I'll say, like one of their goals, let's say their goal is I do contracts. So I'm a powerful, confident, loving leader. Maybe that's, or woman or man, maybe that's their contract. And I'll be like, do you feel this way? They'll say, yes, check. If it's weight loss, what's their goal? Are we close? Check. I stop eating at night after dinner. Check. Whether it's an athlete, because I work with a lot of athletes, as you guys know, I'm known as the sports hypnotist in the area, actually probably in this field, and I teach others how to do self-hypnosis. So I see a lot of athletes still, and maybe it's a goal, check, or I walk on the field feeling calm and confident, check. And so they get to see the results at the end of their sessions. And look, when we stop worrying about what people think about us, we start to own the magic tool that we have as hypnotists in order to create the magic that we're here to help them create. So just for a moment, I would love you to take out a pen and a piece of paper. If you can, I'm going to give you just a few moments. Take out a pen and a piece of paper. And I would love for you to think about, before you write, just for a few moments, when is the last time that, whether it was a client or maybe someone you were practicing with, someone that you saw at a conference, told you what you offer and how much you've helped them? So just think about that for a moment. When is the last time, and what did someone tell you about hypnosis and how much it helped them? Maybe it was something you did with them as a hypnotist or a hypnotherapist, or possibly it was an experience that they had with hypnosis. So when is the last time? Just think about it for a moment. I'm going to have you write something in a minute. I want to bring you back to that, like when I work with athletes, there's my son back there, that zone state, that state of, of believing in yourself, of confidence. So the last time that someone said, thank you, you really helped me. Thank you, hypnosis is awesome. Or you heard a story about how hypnosis changed someone's life. So think about that for a moment. And I just want you to write down, I'm going to give you a few minutes, all of the reasons, that things that hold you back from getting out there and telling everyone about hypnosis and what you do and how you can help them. The things that hold you back from asking for a testimonial, from self-promoting yourself and what you can offer them, from asking someone to write a Google business review for you, for posting on your Google business page. What is the last thing, or why do you hold back from sending an email to your list of clients? You should be collecting everyone's email, sending a list about how much hypnosis helps others and asking for them to give you a referral, asking for support in your business so you can help other people, and telling others how hypnosis changed their life. So what you're writing about is 3 reasons that stop you from getting out there and telling everyone about hypnosis and what you do to help others in hypnosis. 3 reasons. Could it be that you're afraid? Could it be that you don't believe in yourself? Maybe it's imposter syndrome. Think about what it is, because I want you to move through this as we go through how to organically grow your business without paying for marketing. Simply by figuring out what it is that's holding you back from posting on social media, from sending, putting testimonials out there, from asking for testimonials, for asking others to post on your Google business page. That is how I get so many referrals. And I don't pay for Google business. What is holding you back from sending an email to your list of clients and saying, look, if hypnosis helped you, tell others, here's a referral code. All right. In the interest of time, I'm going to move on. If you haven't thought about it, I am going to encourage you, stretch you, and challenge you to finish that list when you are finished listening to this presentation. All right, for a moment, I'm going to have you drop into your heart center. And I do this with every one of my clients. So I want you to do it too. All right, so go ahead and sit back. Release all tension in your body and just slowly close your eyes. I'm going to ask you to begin by taking 3 deep breaths. Breathe in, hold it for a moment, and exhale, letting go of anything that happened earlier today. Another deep breath. Hold it for a few moments. Exhale, relax your body and let go of anything that might happen later today. And the third deep breath. Hold it for a moment. Exhale and drop into your heart center. Feel the weightiness in your body and allow yourself to just let go. Feel your breathing slow, deep, and deepen. I'm going to ground you for a moment. I do this with many clients when they come in and they're stressed from the daily life. Just imagine from your tailbone area, what we call root chakra, that there are roots growing deep into the earth, down through the dirt layer, a layer of rock, down through the layer of water, the aquifer, and then into the crystalline layer through the striations in the crystal, growing deep and solid down into the core of the earth. As these roots grow, they ground you. They balance you. And feel yourself grounded, settled, and balanced as these roots grow deep. And for a moment, take a deep breath again. And as you exhale, relaxing every muscle and cell in your body, let go and release through those roots every single reason you just wrote down on that piece of paper. All of the reasons that are holding you back from telling anyone else about the gift of hypnosis that you can share. All of the fears, all of the rackets, the things that hold you back, and let them dissolve down through those roots into the core. And then as you breathe in again, bring up courage, confidence, and belief in yourself so you can share that gift with others. Breathe it in, confidence, courage, and belief. And breathe out, letting go of any story in your head, any imposter syndrome. And breathe in courage, confidence, and belief. Okay, you can slowly open your eyes, back up, open your eyes, come back to the room, and feel your shoulders back a little bit, maybe stepping into a new version of you. That you that can do anything that you want to do. That you that can have a thriving business with referrals booked out weeks in advance simply by your being, simply by trusting in yourself and sharing with others the gift that you have. And with that, I am going to move into let's see, I wanted to first talk about the number one way to get repeat clients. I was in marketing before I became a hypnotist, hypnotherapist. And what I learned is that it is easier to keep a client than get a client. It is a sales tactic and technique that like everyone knows. And so repeat clients are super easy to keep. And there's a few things that we get to do that I did not do when I first started my hypnosis business. And that is that when, well, I think I talked about this a little bit. When you believe in you, they believe in you. And they want to keep coming back to see you because they see and they feel massive change when they work with you. When you believe that hypnosis is life changing and that we can shift their thoughts and the way they see things, then they believe that hypnosis is life changing. And so, let's see. So, the number one way to get repeat clients is to ask them to come back. Many times, and I did not realize this for many years, is when you are complete with them, let's say you offered them a 4-session program or a 6-session program. When you're complete, they're wondering in their head, what now? Am I going to be changed forever? Should I come back? Are you open to see me again? Do I have to purchase a whole nother 6 or 8-session package? They have all these questions in their mind, and many people will not ask. So tell them, when I see athletes, I see them for a 4-session program. It's a very structured, exact program. Sometimes I'll throw some things in there, like using my intuition about what they need or if they're recovering from an injury. But after every single client, I will say to them, look, many times at the start of a season or as competition ramps up, the self-doubt starts to come in. I am here to do refresher sessions with you, to create a new audio with you, to write new goals and statements with you. So just know that at any time you can call and we can do a session or two, and we can, amp up what it is or release what's holding you back from being the best athlete, or we can release the self-doubt and help you step back into confidence. And I tell every single athlete that at the end. And another thing you can do is give them a referral card. Ask them to come back and say, if you refer anyone, you can have a certain amount off of your next session by sending someone here. So tell them, ask them, right? They don't know. So number one thing, what I would say is that ask them for repeat sessions or offer them repeat sessions. I have many repeat clients that will call me months, 6 months, maybe a year later, and they want to come back for a refresher session. And sometimes that's 1 session. And sometimes we start with a new 4-session package because they want to work on something completely different. Let's see. The other thing is just know, you guys, like if you learned anything today, I want you to learn that what we have, and I've said this like 4 times now, is what we have as a gift. And that what we're doing in this world is we are offering them a service. We are offering them a tool that we have learned that many people are not aware of. I certainly was not, even with a degree in psychology, the power of hypnosis until I was in my 30s. And what we're doing is we're offering them a service. We're not selling them anything. We're not begging them to come in and see us. We're simply saying, this is a service I offer. Now, I don't know about you, but I have many clients that will come in and see me and say, I've seen a psychologist for years and I'm ready to try something else. And we, with using hypnosis, the power of the mind, we are able to shift them in such a shorter amount of time because we don't have the answers. I tell my clients that, like, I don't have the answers, you do. And it's for me to help you tap into your higher self and what those answers are by simply helping you to get to your higher self and your wisdom and who it is you want to be. So first creating who that is, and then helping them tap into their higher self. And so we aren't selling anything. We're offering their services. Be genuine, be authentic, just be you and tell others what you have to offer them. That's how you get change, and that's how they tell others about you. 3 top secrets to getting more clients and more clients in your doors. All right. Number 1, referrals. I talked a little bit about that. It's easier to keep a client than get a new client. Suggest they come back. I mentioned that. They're waiting to be invited. Now, how many of you have ever thought, I wish I was invited? And the second someone invites you somewhere, you're like, yeah, I'm so glad they thought of me, right? It's the same thing with our businesses. And then simply ask them, because sometimes they don't think about this either, is who did they know that could benefit from hypnosis like they did? I guarantee every one of your clients can think of someone. So before the end of your last session, or maybe your second to last session, simply ask them, who do you know that could benefit from clients like they did? And then you can give them a business card with, tell them to write their name on the back. This is what I do. Have them write their name on the back of your business card and tell them that whoever brings that card in, your name is on the back of it, and I will give you a percentage off if you want to come back for a refresher session. They love it. It's the gift to them. So give them a few cards. Say, how many cards would you like? Write your name on the back of every one of them. And then when anyone brings that in to me, or, now that I'm virtual, I guess it's a little bit different. I'll just say, has the card with them. They can show me the card online. Everything works online, just so you know. I will give them a discount when they come back, and maybe I'll send them a quick email and just say, hey, look, so-and-so came in, you referred them, and I want to remind you that I'm offering you this percentage off your next session. And they come in, right? So, or maybe 50% off the next package, or maybe they can share that or give that to a friend. So just know that they want to be invited. The second one is Google reviews. I mentioned it a little bit earlier, and not everyone, but a lot of people that I see come from Google business. I have never paid Google. They call me often, actually, but I've never paid them. And that's about keeping your Google My Business account updated, changing up your pictures, making sure you get the reviews. And guess how we get reviews? We ask for them, right? So send an email, and you can do this automatically, right? You can put it into your email campaign, I have Active Campaign, and send them an email and say, hey, if what you feel helped you, I would love it if we could share it with others, or who do you know that you could share this with? And a Google review would be great. And then a link to your Google My Business page. And then they can give you a star, whatever it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're always hoping for 5s, right? And a little review. And then make sure you respond to that. You will get an email saying you got a Google review. Make sure you respond to it. And that's how you continue to pop up higher on Google, is the more reviews you have for free, the more calls you get. I get many, many discovery calls a week, and it's from my Google business. So just know that you guys keep that up and get those reviews. What else? Oh, powerful email sequences. So emails are super important for clients because they want you to check up on them. I will never forget when I had a dentist call me after a procedure, like the next day, and say, hey, I'm just checking up on you. I want to see how you're doing. I was like flabbergasted, and I thought, what great customer service skills. And I did that for a while. Actually, when I didn't have as many clients, I would make a point to call them all the next day. And now I don't do that, but I send them all an email. So I have an email sequence that after their first couple sessions, they will get something saying, how are you feeling? I really enjoyed working with you. If there's anything that's come up for you, make sure you let me know, send me an email back and reply. And then when I'm finished with them after their last session, they start to get an automation that asks for Google business reviews. It asks for them to check out my Facebook page, and there's a link to my Facebook page. It sends them a free audio on reaching their goals, right? I have a free audio on my website that's like a download. So when anyone goes to my website, which is winwithhypnosis.com, that's my website for my clients. Again, it's winwithhypnosis.com. Go ahead and check it out. On the first page, or maybe it's other services, there is a free download for a hypnosis audio, and it collects their email address, which I then use that to offer discounts or like maybe holiday specials. And they get a free audio, and the audio is a simple like grounding, relaxation, and visualizing their goals. And so I'll send them that and say, if you didn't get this, here's a free audio. Maybe it's a sleep audio. Sometimes I switch it up. And I just say, let's not keep the power of hypnosis secret. And then I will send them a little review of, hey, we worked on self-hypnosis. Here's how to do self-hypnosis. You're just keeping them on top of mind. And then, sometimes I'll go through and just send them a personal email that is massive, and it keeps you again on top of mind. So I will go through all of my clients. I have my file. I'm looking at them over there. Actually, I'll go through my files and just look at like what their contract statement was. And you guys are probably all wondering what a contract statement is. Okay, so for every client, I create a contract with them. And the contract is, we'll write statements and affirmations, and then I will read them like what were their adjectives that we went through. So maybe it's powerful, confident. If they're an athlete, maybe it's aggressive, maybe it's calm, maybe it's worthy, whatever the words are that we came up with in their affirmations. And then I'll have them create a contract statement, which is, I am a blank, blank, blank woman, man, entrepreneur, athlete, whatever it is they want to end with. And they will fill that in, and that's their contract. And then I tell them, this is your contract. And you every single day look in the mirror and look in your own eyes and say to yourself, now mine is, I am a powerful, loving, giving leader. And I'll say to them, we'll write their contract together, and I'll have them put a Post-it note on their mirror and say to themselves, I am and then whatever those 3 adjectives were, and then woman, man, entrepreneur, athlete. And so I will go through their files and send them an email, a personal email, and say, hey, it's Karen. I just wanted to check up with you and remind you that you are and then I'll type out their contract, and best or sincerely, Karen Bird. Let me know if you want to come back. Here's the link to book a session. And I'll have a link to my Calendly. Super easy, referral based, right? And again, doesn't cost me any money and just a short bit of time. All right, another thing, ask for I'm looking at time, ask for testimonials. I didn't do that for a long time. Self-promotion was difficult for me. And what I learned is that, just like I tell athletes, if you're not going to promote yourself, no one else is going to promote you. So promote yourself in a in a genuine, authentic way. Just like I tell athletes, if your coaches and your parents and people around you aren't telling you how great you are, tell yourself how great you are. The best athletes are, they're interviewed by newspapers, like my son Josh, who was a multi-time national champ, state champ. He would get newspapers calling him. He would write, they would ask him to write articles. They would do interviews at the tournaments and tell him how great he was. So the more he did that, the more he believed how great he was. And like I tell every athlete that isn't at that stage yet, if you don't hear from others, if you don't hear newspapers, calling you and interviewing you, tell yourself how great you are. That's how you become great. It's your own belief in yourself, right? So you get to do your own self-promotion. And whether that's telling yourself your contract every single day by shifting into that. Oh, and again, with every client that comes in, I tell them the first thing I'm going to ask you in the beginning of our session is to say your contract. And so they do, they say it, they know it. And that's keeping them accountable again, right? All right, so with athletes, telling themselves how great they are. And then with testimonials, ask for testimonials. In one of the last couple sessions, well, in every single session, I ask in the beginning of every session is, what are 2 or 3 wins, aha moments, changes in yourself, or things that you've accomplished since our last session that you can be proud of, that you can acknowledge yourself for? What do you acknowledge yourself for? And so we'll go through that. And many times I'll start hearing the stories about, oh my gosh, hypnosis has helped me so much. I can't believe how different I feel. I look at this completely differently. And then I'll say, oh, wait, just a minute. I said, do you mind if I record this? And I'll just say, I'm just going to do it on my phone. Just keep talking. And I'll just hold the phone here and I'll ask, I'll say, I'm just going to ask you a question. Same question I just asked. If you don't mind, I would love a testimonial from you. And most people are going to say yes. So, so ask for a testimonial, and those are golden. Like testimonials are golden for a referral-based business. You can put those, you have to get permission, but put them on social media, put them in your emails. There's so many things you can do with testimonials. Put them on YouTube for people to watch. People are into YouTube now. And, but testimonials are golden. So make sure you ask for them and then tell them, I would love a review from you. The other thing that I ask is in my client sessions is, I'm curious, what were your biggest takeaways from our sessions together. And then they'll start telling you, and then you say, oh, wait, just a moment. Would you mind if, I record this? Again, it's so much easier if you get it in the office than if you ask for it later, because people don't take the time to do it. And it's just another thing on their list. So I think I'm about out of time. Oh my gosh, there's so much more that I could tell you guys. I hope this was valuable. I would love to know from you guys if I give you my email address. I would love to know a few takeaways that you got from our session together. We went through how to drop into your heart center, how to focus out. I went through like how to get repeat clients, to ask for testimonials, to make sure you use Google Business. And I also helped you to let go of things that are holding you back. Remember, that's something that you can use with every single client, and how to get those repeat clients back in your doors and have them tell others about the power of hypnosis and what we offer them. All right, any questions? I'd love to know your takeaways. You can email me at my name, Caryn, Caryn, at the name of my business, winwithhypnosis.com. Again, it's Caryn at winwithhypnosis.com. And I'm hoping to see you sometimes at a conference. If you want to get a hold of me, my business is Caryn Bird, or my website, carynbird.com, or winwithhypnosis.com. And if you have any questions, please, I'm here. You guys know how to get a hold of me. And thank you for spending your time with me today. Not recording.